Pardon the different style of recording here. This isn't the usual news that you missed styling, where I discuss multiple articles and a few big ones and give a little bit of an opinion and inform you about the news you missed. But this is a news story that you very well may have missed, and kind of a big one, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it in an independent video. So GameStop CEO abruptly has stepped down after 3 months on the job. This is a story over at Bloomberg, so I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy that someone would quit their position after 3 months being the chief executive officer. That's a really massive position. That's Michael Mueller. Maybe I can't say his name right, but basically he decided to step down after 3 months on the job, which is really, really bad. What ended up happening is that there's an article written here discussing and detailing GameStop's inevitable decline into nothingness. And what is going to be occurring is that GameStop's 70-year-old co-founder is going to have to step up and run the business while he searches for a new leader. It's very unfortunate. He resigned for personal reasons. He wasn't company fired. Like, they didn't just go out of their way to fire him or anything. He's not even entitled to severance or other separation benefits. So think about this for a second, okay? He's 3 months on the job. He's GameStop CEO. He's a very prominent figure, so he can't just jump to another company and quit this position within 3 months. That's not going to inspire confidence in other companies in hiring. So he doesn't get any severance. He doesn't get any separation benefits. Something very seriously bad must be happening with GameStop for him to step down. Basically, what the co-founder had stated is, quote, "Given my tenure and familiarity with the company and our associates, it's a natural step for me to assume this role and guide the business at the time while the board searches for a permanent CEO." And that was, again, the 70-year-old co-founder of GameStop. The former CEO's quick exit follows another shakeup that happened in February, where the company actually fired 2 high-ranking executives beforehand: Chief Operating Executive Officer Tony Bartel and Executive Vice President Michael Hogan. Others have left also, including Human Resources Head Mike Busey, Chief Information Officer Michael Cooper, as well as Chief Marketing Officer Randy Geyer. Again, I'm terrible with names, but they're on the screen, so you can see there. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't good because GameStop also indicated to its investors that with its profits outlook looking really, really terrible this year and a long slump, stock has been falling for quite some time, with the CEO change tumbling 4.3% to around $12. So that's really, really bad. GameStop is in a very, very negative light. I mean, they don't get good press, not only with stuff that occurs on, a monthly basis. They've been staying out of the news lately, and I've been thinking they haven't been doing much negative, at least on the consumer side. But this isn't good because GameStop doesn't really need management shakeup. They even went on record to say that they were extremely surprised by the resignation, particularly given the facts that the CEO was just there for over 3 months. So that's pretty crazy. Because of the firings that had taken place beforehand, that allowed this individual to take the top spot. So it's really nuts to see the management in such turmoil, as this article states. Yeah, GameStop's not doing too well. There's several people out there who have also made videos about this, detailing and discussing this matter. But it's only a matter of time before GameStop becomes the next Toys R Us. Don't even try to argue with me that GameStop isn't going to slowly be phased out if they don't figure out what they're doing wrong. Firstly, I gotta tell you, from my stance and my opinion, the employees themselves aren't necessarily doing anything wrong. I never said they were. The problem lies in what they're forced to try and do in order to retain their jobs, which creates a very, very stressful work environment, which translates to the consumer. Every single time I walk into a GameStop, I know I'm going to get harassed by a person before I even get a second or two to look at what I'm trying to find. Now, a lot of people would say, yeah, okay, whatever, just tell them you're not interested in anything and go about your business. Right, I get that, but I don't get that at Walmart. I don't get that anywhere else but GameStop, honestly. I mean, maybe I get it at a car dealership, but even there I can usually look at a car or two before a salesman decides to throw me a pitch. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of business practices that are really leading GameStop to their inevitable decline, and this definitely isn't helping it. Toys R Us is a bad omen for GameStop, and I guarantee you a lot of investors are looking at Toys R Us and looking at this and saying, yeah, it looks to me like a lot of the similar situations are going to be unfolding. Toys R Us was a massive retailer for toys, children's toys. They sold games as well, but toys was its primary thing, and now it went under and there's no more Toys R Us. So how about GameStop? GameStop primarily sells games, and at this point in time, whenever I think about GameStop, I don't even think to myself, oh, I have to go to GameStop and buy a game right now. I don't think about that whatsoever. I just think to myself, okay, if I want a game and Walmart or Best Buy or Target doesn't have it, you know what I mean? Then I guess I'll go over to GameStop and I'll get it there. Or if I want to find some used games that I'm not really thinking about picking up and I haven't played, but they're really, really cheap or way cheaper than $60, yeah, that's a good place to go. And sometimes they have sales where you can buy a few and get a few free. So there you go. That's why I go to GameStop. Other than that, I can buy whatever I need on eBay pretty easily, and I can get it shipped to my doorstep. Again, if I want the game immediately, or games that I'm not even thinking about. That's the one downside to online buying. You do have to search out what you're looking for. You can't just walk around a store and point at stuff and say, that looks good. I think I'll buy that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The GameStop CEO shakeup. Wow, it's really, it's not good, man. It's really not good. They branched out into trying to sell cell phones. They branched out into taking cell phones and tablets, which is, a thief's dream. And, with the amount of cell phones that get recycled every single year into the system, new cell phones come out, old ones get recycled out, and people want to buy new models. It's pretty easy to see that a lot of people are selling their cell phones and buying new ones from various retailers, not being GameStop. So they're not really making up their sales on the used cell phone market. I don't really know how they can afford to even buy old tablets or old cell phones. Maybe they just don't give you a lot of money. That's a joke, but in reality it is the absolute truth. GameStop really cutting corners where they don't need to cut them. So the long and the short of the story is to be very, very cautious about what you invest in. If you like GameStop, you like GameStop. I can't stop you from liking GameStop. I can't stop you from shopping where you shop, okay? Yeah, there's no questioning that people are still going to shop at GameStop. But when your CEO ends up stepping down, it's not good. And yeah, it's not good when a CEO steps down after 10 years. It's really not good when a CEO steps down after 3 months, even if it's for personal reasons. Right. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, personal reasons. Maybe he had some family trouble. But I gotta tell you, I think that he would have said that as the reason so that it wouldn't upset investors more. It would sound a little bit more logically feasible to say, I'm stepping down because such and such in my family is very ill and I want to spend more time with them and I can't be at work. Rather than saying, oh, I have personal reasons. Personal reasons to me screams GameStop is a sinking ship and I'm getting out while I can before I have to go on the job market of the company that is literally closing down every store chain within the next month, like Toys R Us. I know I've said Toys R Us a million times in the video, so, you go ahead and write how many times I said Toys R Us in the comments down below. You win yourself 1,000 cool points. But I'd like to hear from you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to know what you think about GameStop's sinking ship situation, and if you think GameStop can come back from this. Yes, this is just a CEO resigning, and it's not the end of the world, but it's not good. GameStop's shares on the market and its market values not really what you want it to be. It's not as if Nintendo lost a boss because the boss died of health problems. It's 3 months into the CEO's tenure and he steps down, and that's really, really bad. So, Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to hearing from you. If you really appreciated this video, leave me a like, and if you are inclined to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate your subscription. Road to 1 million subscribers. It starts here with you subscribing. You're just one among many, but you are greatly appreciated all the same. So I'll transfer it over to my end card slate, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and as always, good gaming, God bless, and I'll see you next time.